Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for March 18th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, how should we get started? Let's see, the 6 here. What's a 6 in one of these two? I'm going to do something a little bit different today, actually, which is I'm just going to do a quick scan of the puzzle to see if there's any obvious, New York Times tricks, things like that. In fact, I think I just found one. So this is what I'd always recommend doing is scanning for this. I've been hesitant to do it in the past because I feel like if I jump around too much, then my solve is a lot harder to follow. But also, I feel like it's important to point out that getting familiar with the puzzle before you start just solving it can be really useful. So I'm looking for the like this. You see this a lot where there's just three gibbons in a box and they all avoid a row or column. All of them have the potential to just be giving you just on a silver platter, here's a hidden triple. And so like this 258, we look at that and we look to see, okay, where can, unfortunately we already have a 2 in the row. So, but where can 5 and 8 go in this row? And it's pretty open. This can be 8, this can be 5, even though it can't be 8, right? But if we look, I have this 489 here. And there are no 489s in this row yet. We still need to find 3 cells for the 4, 8, and 9. And they can't go here, and they can't go here. So these are the 3 cells for 4, 8, 9. So, sorry, there's already an 8 in the row. How did I miss that this whole time? Anyway, I guess because I was talking while I was explaining. It's really hard to think about things and talk at the same time. I'm fairly well practiced at it, but still, it can make me make silly mistakes. But anyway, we do need a 4 and a 9 in this row. Unfortunately, we can't get a hidden pair out of that. But this can't be 4, so we can see that 4 is in one of these 2 cells. And this is not necessarily an obvious deduction, although we would get it out of pointing as well. And so 4 is in one of these 2, 4 is in one of these 2. What we've learned is these 2 cells aren't 4. So I think if we seed the puzzle with the more important deductions, then we might be able to get a faster solve in the long run. So this 1, 3, 8. And again, I'm going to do a normal scan. It's really hard to it's really easy to conflate the normal scan with the search for like some obvious gimmies because they kind of involve looking at the same stuff. And so that's what's going to cause me to like jump around, like getting this 8 right away and then following up on that with an 8 in one of these 2 and then looking for 8 in this row. I would have done that anyway when I got down to that band, right? So that's why I'm a little hesitant. Let me know how this feels to you. But I'm just going to go box by box and I'm going to look to see if we have any more like geometric things going on here. So what I'm seeing is, you can look at it this way. The 1, 2, 5, 6 need to end up here, or it's a little bit easier to see the 7, 8 looking up. We need a 7, 8 in this box. They can only go here. So that's a hidden 7, 8 pair. And then that makes this a pair as well. The last 2 digits in the box are 3 and 9. And so that means that these digits are the 1, 2, 5, 6, right? Which we could also see directly. This sees 1 and 6. This is only 2, 5. 1, 2, 5, 6. So this can't be 1, 2. So this is only 5, 6. So I'm getting like the really nice restricted cells just seeded into the grid before I do my real scanning passes. It might end up taking longer just because I'm talking about it as we go, but I do feel like this can get you the really important information right away, which can really speed up some solves before you've cluttered the grid and made it harder to see. So anyway, that's how I saw that. I'm just looking for this kind of thing. We already have a 5 in this row, but we can see that the 2's over here. I'm just looking at this. What am I looking at? Yeah, I'm looking at the 2, 4, 5 here against this row. So we do need a 4 as well, but there's nothing special about that. Okay. So I'm just going box by box. This 1, 3, 4. I want to look down here. So in addition to the 4, no, we already have 1 and 3. So I know I'm going to get some nice buddies from that. I don't think anything's placed, so let's not worry about that yet. We do see actually that the 3 ends up in one of these 2. So we want to look for 3 in this row, but there's unfortunately 3 places. Okay. Trying my best to like focus on the really important stuff first. So I'm looking at this 1, 6 and I'm comparing it against this column. Again, because I'm talking about all this, it makes it take longer. But in your solve, you can just really quickly go box by box and just see if you see any good geometry as you go. We've got the 1, 3, and 8. So we want to check this column and we also want to check this row because it's avoiding both. So we already have an 8 in this row. We do need 1 and 3. And what I'm looking for here is if any of these cells can't be both 1 or 3, right? This can't be 3, for example, because of the 3-9 pair, but it can still be 1. So that doesn't count, right? It needs to be both not 1 or 3. And then we can also check this column. We already have a 1 and a 3, but we now see that the 8 in this column is in one of these two. So we can just mark that. We would get a lot of this just from our normal scan, but we've got the 2, 5, 7, and 8. So I'm seeing that with these two 2s do join our 8 here. So let's get this hidden 2-8 pair. Basically, we've got a 2-8 here and a 2-8 here. So where's the 2-8 in this column? And this box, it's here. So these have to be the 2 and the 8. We want to look for 2 and 8 in this row now. Because it's not here, but I mean, it's not in these 3 cells. But I don't think it's very restricted. Okay, so 5 and 7 against this row could be helpful. It's probably not, but let's just take a look. Doesn't seem that way. So I think with this pattern, there's a lot of ways to like look at the 2, 5, 7 versus this column. Like we probably want to look at every rotation, right? So 2, 5, 7 against this column. So it's just the 5 and 7 because we already have a 2. We're seeing that we have the 5s here, right? So 5's in one of these two. Scanning this row real quick does not show anything special about 5s. So that gets us this 2, 5, 7. Now we want to rotate. We can look at the 5, 7, 8 against this row. We already looked at the 5, 7. We can look at the 2, 5, 8 against this column. We already have a 5, but we already found the 2, 8. And then we can look at the, which way was I going? At the 2, 7, 8 against this row. We already have an 8 in the row, but we do need 2, 7. And you never know which one's going to get you as something. But what I'm seeing here is we have this 2 looking down. Right, so this can't be 2, these can't be 2. So the 2's in one of these 2. And then that also tells us in this box here, which we can see directly, is that 2's in one of these 2. So these can't be 2. That's what we learned from that. So these initial markings can be very helpful. Then our final box, the 4, 8, 9, which I thought was going to give us a hidden triple, but unfortunately the 8's already there. So 4 and 9 got us the 4s. So I think that initial pass, just looking at each box and just seeing, is there geometry to do? I actually didn't look at this box, and I can see the 6 looking down. It does actually limit 6 in this box here. That's going to point with this 6, putting a 6 over here. So what we learned is this cell's not 6. Okay, so I think that's good for our initial kind of just looking for geometry. Sometimes you'll find really good stuff. Sometimes you won't. But I don't think you'll ever find nothing. Anyway, so let's go back and let's do our normal scanning. So I already took care of the 6. I'm going to look at this 2, 5, 8 here. So I'm looking for buddies horizontally. We already took care of the 2. We do have 2 5s here, so we can put a 5 in one of these 3. And then the 8 doesn't seem to do anything. Vertically, we've got the 2 and the 8 already. Vertically, the 5s we got. Okay. And then this box here, we just want to check verticality here. The 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. We do have the 2 4s. Oh my gosh, stop it. Okay, and this 4 looks in. What's a 4 in one of these 2? I don't think the 5, 6, 1, and 2 have any buddies. Okay. So check for low-hanging fruit. I'm kind of interested in this cell. I'm just seeing so many corner marks in I mean, these corner marks don't actually affect this box, but is it this cell that I'm interested in? I'm not sure. This cell might be interesting. It's not 2, 3, 5, 8, 6. That's it though. 2, 3, 5, 8, plus the 6. Okay, this can still be 4 digits. Is there anything I want to look at? How about this cell might be interesting. Maybe. So it's not what does the row? Let's just think about what the row needs. We need 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. This is 3, 4, 7, 9. Okay, it's not interesting. So I don't think we get much more out of this. We got the 7, 8 pair, the 3, 9 pair. Basically, what we learned is these aren't 3, 9. Is there anything directly helping? Like, what does that directly help us with? That these aren't 3, 9. We also know these aren't 3, 9. I really don't think we get anything out of that right now. Unfortunately. Okay. This next band, not much going on, but we can start with the 7. The hidden 2, 8 pair is a little interesting because it also removes some digits. Probably should have looked at that more closely when I first marked it, but I want to think about this box in general. So we don't know much about 3. 3's in here. The 4 is up here. The 5, we have marked 6. How about 7? Unfortunately, not much with 7s, and then 9s. So these aren't 9 anymore. I feel like that ought to do something, but it doesn't seem to. Okay, not much out of that. Nothing from the 7. The 1 and the 6. We do have these 2 1s. So we can mark that. 1 and 1 of these 2. I really think that my initial pass there slowed me down, at least this time. And if I do it too quickly, it'll feel like magic. So let me know how you felt about this today. I'm trying to tune this stuff and kind of evolve my content, but it can be difficult to know what's right to do for people. My goal is to help you solve better and faster and keep it interesting, right? These two ones look up, putting a 1 in one of these 2. Just more corner marks in this empty box. The 3s we got, the 4 we got. Okay, I don't think there's anything with this band. This final band here, this just might not have been a good puzzle to demonstrate why that initial scan is a good idea. So that's also possible. Let's look at this 1, 3, 8. So the 8s are done. The 1 joins the 2. That's very nice. So there's a 1 in one of these 2. That gives us a hidden 1-2 pair. Only 1 and 2 can go there because it's the only 2 places for 1 and 2 in the box. And so that will affect this row. We need a 3, 4, 5, 6. This isn't 5, it's 3, 4, 6. None of these are 3. So the 3 in this row actually only goes here now. These can't be 3 because they need to be 1, 2. That's what the hidden pair did for us. So this is our 3. And then, so this is going to be, we need a 6 in the row now, which can only go here, just based on our corner marks here. We got the pointing 6s here, and this 6 here, just to confirm. So that's our 6. Normally I trust the corner marks, right? But I'm trying to explain, remind you where those corner marks came from. This is a 4-5 pair. Okay, that's nice. Follow up on the 6. Is there anything? Not really. Follow up on the 3. Yeah, the 3 looks up. It joins the 5, giving us a nice 3-5 hidden pair here. So these 3 digits, we have 1, 2, 3. We need a 4, and then we need 7, 9. Cleans up a little bit. And that means this is a pair, but it's going to need a 6. Based on corner mark, it'll only go there. And so then this is the 1. And then that removed this as a place for 1 in the box. If we look at the box, there's only one corner mark left. So we can place the 1 now. That did remove a 5 corner mark, but there's still 2 places for 5. We follow up on these ones. Yes, the 1 in this box is now placed. And then these 3 digits are a 4, 6, 9. So I know that this is only 4, 9. So the 6 is in one of these 2. So this is 6, 9, and this is 4, 6, 9. Okay. This 2, 8 pair. Let's actually, let's just look at the box. I was going to look at this column, but the box is easier to scan. We need 3, 4. So we know the 4 is in one of these 2. So we need 3, 4, 7, 9. The 7 looks up, putting a 7 in one of these 2. So this is only 3, 9. We don't know much about 9s, do we? Just this singular 9 here. So this is 3, 7, 9. This is 3, 4, 9. Unfortunately, this is all of 3, 4, 7, 9. Oh no, we have a 3, 5 pair actually. So this is 4, 7. Hold on. What did I? Oh, the 3, 5 pair removes 3 from here. That's quite nice. 3's in one of these 2. And so then this is 4, 7, 9. Okay. Yeah, we're left with a 4, 7, 9 triple here. And then 3, 4, 6, 9 here. All right. So what do we get out of all this? We got the 6, we got the 1. Do we have any more follow-ups? This row might be interesting. We need 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot. I don't think I'm gonna look at that right now. We got this 4, 5 pair, so this should be a triple. This will be a triple or better. We need a 2, 7, 9. 2, 7, 9. Really? Okay, well, we know this one's not 2, so it's 7, 9. These are any of them. So this is 2, 6, 7, 9. This can't be the 2 or the 9. So this is 6, 7 only. Oh, this whole box just has 4 digits left. Did I even scan? I think I did scan this band. I don't know if I scanned it fully. But I mean, it's too late now. It's all marked up. I need the 3, 5, 6, 7. So we know the 3's in one of these two. This can't be 5, so it's 3, 6, 7. Oh, it's not 6 either. 3, 7 sounds familiar. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. I'm looking for like a pair or a triple or something that I can complete here. So what's this? 1, 2, 5, 6? It can be any of them. So what's next? Right, 5 in this column. I was looking at this 4, 5, and I was like, well, the 5 isn't placed in this column yet, and it's clearly going to line up here, right? So it can't be in these 3 cells, and the 4, 5 pair says it can't be in these 3 cells. So then I saw the 5 corner mark sitting up here telling us it can't be in these 2, which you can also verify with these 2 5s. So the 5 ends up here. That uses an 8 corner mark, which actually places the 8 as well, which gives us the 7 and the 8 here, giving us the 6 and the 5 here. Nice. I think we collapsed it. So that's 9, that's 4, that's 6. So these 2 aren't 9, so that places the 9 here. We get our 2 from something. We got a 5 there. Okay. That gives us the 1 and the 2 down here. That places our 1. So this can't be 4 anymore. That leaves only one place for 4 in the box. We also have a naked 3 here. All right, clean this up. This can't be 3 or 5, so that places our 3 here. 5's already placed. We got our 9 and our 3. That's our 7 and our 9. This row finishes with a something, a 7 it looks like, giving us the 2 and the 7 here. This is our 2 for the column. Finish the column. These 2 digits are finishable because the rows are done. We need a 4, which goes there, and we need a 9. All right, we get the 5 and the 4 here. Okay, we can pencil our way to victory. This 7 looks down, giving us 3 and 7. This column finishes with something. Looks like a 6. That places the 6 here. All right. Let's just pencil left to right here. We'll just pencil all the verticals. Should finish pretty quickly. So this column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, 8, 9. This column, we have 1. We need a 2, which can only go here. Gives us the 8 and the 2. And this last digit looks like it's a 7. Yeah. Okay, that places 7 in this box. Let's just keep going left to right here. We have 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 5, 8. All right. Yeah, this can't be 4 or 8. So that's our 5, that's our 3 and 5, that's our 9, 8 and 5. Oops, 5, not 2. That's our 4 and our 8, that's our 9 and our 4. Last 2 digits are our 3 and 9, and we're done. So it's a little bit longer than my normal solves, but I feel like that first pass really helped. And I can do it on my own like a lot faster. So I feel like you can too. I was trying to explain it in depth as I went. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep experimenting with this. I'm happy to have your feedback in the comments as well. But yeah, I think it really targeted some of the more important deductions right away. And also gave kind of a geometric focus to the solve, which is, in my opinion, pretty fun. So yeah, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.